Hello Taurus, I'm Christy, you're watching Tiny Turtle Tarot and this is your reading for the month ahead. As always, if anything I say resonates, well, you know it will in the future, because obviously it's not happened yet. But please let me know by liking and subscribing, and please know I'll never reply to your comments telling you to message me through WhatsApp. That's not me doing that, even if it says Tiny Turtle Tarot, even if it really looks like me. I promise it's not me, so block, report or ignore, but most importantly just know it's not me. Let's get on with your reading. What's happening for you beautiful Taurus this month? Hermit card came out first, then Magician, then Page of Swords. Ooh, okay, some of you are kind of intimidating yourself because you're going to see very quickly your ability to manifest. And then you're going, oh, I need to be a bit more careful with this. Like, almost like on Aladdin, if you were to make the first wish, I think he actually does, and then it's like, oh no, I should actually think through the other two wishes. You know, like, I should think this through before I carry on. So there's something where you're seeing your power and you're then starting to get a bit more specific, or a bit more like tedious in your planning of what you're manifesting before you manifest it. Three of Wands, expecting. There you go. Two of Cups on the bottom. Everyone seems to be having lots of soulmate energy this week. Or for this month really. The Hermit, I'll talk you through these and then clarify again, but the Hermit is the energy of isolation and healing and going inward in order to find your purpose in the outer world, if that makes sense. A spiritual journey within yourself. This doesn't mean you'll be isolated necessarily, but it does mean that you're going to feel isolated. You could be coming out of this in October. You could have just recently gone through a dark night of the soul and now you're coming out of the other side of it, is the energy I'm getting, because of the fact that it's the first card out. I'm yet to clarify obviously, but then it leads straight into the Magician of you just knowing your power. And so for me to say, I just feel as if some of you have gone through a dark night of the soul where you've lacked the ability to see your power, your purpose, your value, and now you're stepping into that more confidently than ever. Page of Swords, there is a little bit of trepidation, if that's even a word. A little bit of like you being 2 steps forward, 1 step back, if that makes sense. Like you're definitely moving forward, but there's a bit of hesitancy for some reason this month, and this could actually be someone else's energy towards you, of being intimidated by you. It kind of makes more sense that way because of just the way that these cards are lined up. With the Magician, the Page of Swords is looking right at it. So you are this Magician and someone's looking at you and going, oh, I better be careful. I better be very, very careful about the moves I make towards you, and coming towards you correctly. So those of you that are single, that are getting to know someone new, I don't know if you can hear, but I've just started talking softer. My throat actually really hurts. It's like someone's like, this sounds really vicious, but it feels like someone's punched me in the throat. So I just feel as if some of you, somebody is feeling a blockage in being able to communicate with you authentically maybe, and they're putting too much pressure on themselves or something to try to impress you or say the right things, for you to see their power, for you to see their value, and the harder they're trying, they may not say anything, they may just word vomit, and I think you're going to find it endearing or something like that. But yeah, just there's someone nervous around you, and I don't think they're a Page of Swords, but you'll see them through the eyes of, oh, that's adorable. Does that make sense? Like, you're going to see them and go, you're cute, you're adorable. That's like, but they may not be this at their core, but that's just the lens that they're showing up in your reality as. Three of Wands, expecting. You're expecting something to end in October. You're expecting something to go down. So go down as in like that ship sinking, or go down as in like you're just expecting some drama to go down. I'm not sure, but you can see something coming a mile away and you're correct about it. It's beyond intuition. It's more like you've been there, done that. You've lived life, you've seen things, and you can see a pattern and you're like, yep, that's gonna happen now. Some of you are expecting someone around you is pregnant. You can just see all the signs. You've been there, done that. You've seen other friends or yourself fall pregnant. You know what it looks like. I don't know, but there's something where you can see something and you're correct in knowing it's coming in October. My throat feels so strange right now. You got Strength, clarifying Hermit. There you go. You've come through your hermit phase. You've come through and out the other side of a dark night of the soul stronger than ever. You're feeling very mentally strong in October. You're feeling you've got this grit. Something about your work ethic as well, but also not. Something in me just went, nope, it's not that. Like it's beyond that. You do have a good work ethic, and you do have a strong amount of grit to stick to your guns and stick to your like plans. But it's beyond that. It's this greater energy of you staying locked into what you are deciding is important and what you're deciding to focus on. In the past you could have had vision boards maybe, or even just lists of your priorities of what you wanted to focus on growing for yourself, but then life got in the way. And there's something where in October, that is your life. Your life is going to be the main things that you're growing, and then there's going to be other things happening in between, but it's like your main priorities. You're going to get to prioritize your priorities for a change. I think, like I said, you had your priorities in the past, but everything else would always interrupt or get in the way. And now you're like, nope, nothing's going to stop me. Nothing's going to stop me. My priorities are all I am focused on. Clarify the Magician is very powerful. Strength and the Magician and the King of Swords. There you go. No wonder someone's a Page of Swords looking at you. You're everything someone hopes to grow up and become. Which is interesting, because I was getting this more like someone you're getting to know, maybe even dating if you're single, but it's kind of changed now. There's someone that wants to be you when they grow up. Could even be multiple people. You've manifested this very like strong, stoic energy, and it's also the thing about the King of Swords I like is it's just you're unmesswithable. You can't mess with you. You're quite cold and shut off. People are going to perceive you that way, but it's only because you're warm on the inside and you don't feel the need to prove it. Anybody on the outside, a lot of the times, the people that seem the most warmest and the most kind on the outside, I'm getting Hansel and Gretel come through, and it's just that energy of like, oh, that nice lady, she's so nice, she's got all these sweets and she's so warm and inviting, let's go to her house. What happens? You know, they get eaten. So there's something where you're the opposite of the witch and Hansel and Gretel. You don't feel the need to be overly nice and overly giving and overly, like, it's not a trap. You are just cold, maybe, this month. Because of how genuinely kind and a good person you are on the inside, you don't feel the need to overcompensate and be like, I've got sweet treats. Like, you don't feel the need to you know, and there's someone really looking up to you because of your authenticity and your ability to not need to prove yourself to anyone. You're a good person at heart, and that's all that matters. Clarify the Page of Swords. You have Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race. So you have a new character entering your life. And this energy, to begin with, is inspired by you and wants to be more like you. You could be taking this person under your wing when it comes to your job, when it comes to things like that. Or, I'm not sure, but to begin with, just starts off as like a small character in your story. Like a small, oh, nice to meet you. And then they come back in a month, and then they get little by little, and then they're going to be a reoccurring regular in your show that is your life. But to begin with, they're just like an extra in your story, and then they're going to be a regular character. It's very interesting. I don't know what that means, but someone's just popping in, popping out, but then they're going to be consistent and they're going to be always there. But it's like you're just getting like taste tests of each other to begin with. Clarify the Three of Wands. You have Five of Pentacles. Something about being left out in the cold. Some of you, this is actually you, I said you're expecting something to happen and it's going to happen. I kind of want to change that around of you're expecting something to happen because it's happened before. You've seen it happen before, and I feel like there's something about an abandonment wound where you think somebody leaving your life temporarily means they'll be gone forever. And that's really like this character, this new person is entering your life to test that. And I don't actually think, a lot of you, is very interesting because I'm like, it's romantic, it's Two of Cups, it's a soulmate, but then I'm also like, it's just a soulmate maybe that's more platonic, that is like best friend, and you have love for each other on a more platonic level. But whatever way this resonates with you, there's still an abandonment wound there, where in the past you could have been someone that burns bridges as soon as people walk away or distance themselves slightly, in order to be the one that walks away first. And there's something here now, you're expecting this person they're leaving temporarily. Like I said, they're an extra just to begin with, so they're popping in and popping out, and when they pop out you're like, oh, I'm never going to see them again. And then with this, I don't think that's the case at all. Like, they're going to be a regular character, but it's something about patience. Something about patience. This person isn't going to go anywhere. You also have the King of Pentacles. There you go. Knight of Pentacles moves into King of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race. This person is dependable and genuine and long-lasting. You have a long-lasting character entering your story that is on your level. You may believe they're leaving and not going to come back, but they are. This is a long night. Like, they're going to be in your story forever. You may have been abandoned in the past, but this person will always come back. Six of Cups returning. Wow. This person's always going to come back to you, one way or another. I'm going to wrap this up here. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry, it's kind of a boring one. But if anything I said resonated, please let me know by liking and subscribing. And I'll see you next Tuesday for Tiny Told Hair Tuesdays.